to Pick Central. It is February 13th. We have Marty Mush here. We have Hubs here. And when I host, we do News Up Top. First thing we do is talk about the news of the day. How you feel about that, Marty?
How about you do the ad first?
There's no ad today.
Wow.
Oh, the news.
Oh, well, that's what I heard Clement was fucking hosting. They said no ad today.
I ain't eating lunch today.
We had an ad earlier in the week when I was hosting.
No ad.
I said, what's the lead off the show? News? No ad.
News Up Top. It's
We're
very
outta
important. Nice professionalism by Marty to remind our audience we don't have ads today. That wasn't necessary, Marty. You can look at I don't have something here, so I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good. Good morale booster.
It just can't be comfortable wearing that shirt under that sweater.
Very comfortable. Very
Can't
comfortable.
be comfortable.
You know what it is? You know what else is comfortable? The news.
What's your news?
The news. So biggest news right now is happening. Aaron Rodgers basically told me the Jets get lost. Thank God. You, Marty, I know you foolishly said Aaron Rodgers will be back next year with the Jets. You're wrong.
The dead money's good.
We
though.
knew that. That's not news.
Well, it's
old.
It is official. That's the news. It's official.
Oh, so you don't have any quarterback now. Nice.
No quarterback right now. Well, we have Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, who's the FSU guy? Travis.
Yes.
Actually, I like
I think he should get a shot.
I think that you guys could also just sometimes you have to go back to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
How
Sam
far
Darnold,
back
Zach
can they
Wilson?
go?
Zach
Zach
Wilson,
Wilson.
a year
Wilson's
after
a free-
Sean.
Sean Payton.
I would be happy with Zach Wilson because I want to go 1-16 next.
Can you bring up the tweet, Dukes, of
Kirk
all
Cousins?
the dead money they have?
Oh,
now?
it's $49 million.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. It's really bad. That's why.
Is this the worst rebuild in the history of rebuilds?
I don't even think you can call it a rebuild.
dude.
Not a rebuild.
They're just like salvaging.
Yeah.
See the Giants and Patriots. Good news. We got like $0 in the that whole thing where the Eagles could potentially be really fucked in the future. Well, it doesn't matter now. They won
Yeah,
the Super Bowl.
they'll be fine.
But I'm saying fucked in the future because of how many people they've paid and over the tax or whatever it is. And the Giants and the Patriots have $0.
We have no good players.
Well, Pats have so much cap room. The Pats are in great cap space.
Also, the salary cap's pretty easy to manipulate.
I
when you
will say
restructure
this will make.
deals.
I think this offseason makes or breaks the Patriots.
If they get T.
Makes or breaks the Patriots?
I think it makes or breaks the
Like
Patriots.
forever?
No.
They need.
For what? What are you
Like the
saying?
next,
Doesn't seem that big.
They don't
Well,
get.
you can never really kill a franchise
No.
completely.
That's what I
but
mean.
Like,
You
but like,
can. You
but
literally
you
can.
do have this is going to be the start to like a 4-year window.
There's
where
a
it's
lot
like
they
you
can
could-
do.
Yeah.
There's a lot they can do.
They have a lot of flexibility.
They need so many things.
They
to
need
fix, but
T-
they have the money to do it and the situation.
They need T. Higgins.
I need T. Higgins.
You're not getting.
You
him.
don't get T. Higgins. We get
I'm not getting T. Higgins.
You're not getting T. Higgins.
Number
we get
two news
AJ
story.
Brown.
The Warriors lost last night. Warriors lost to the Mavericks.
What are you doing? What
You
is
said
going on here?
Warrior. You said earlier in the office, Warriors lost again. They had won 2 in a row before.
Yeah,
that.
they won 2 in a row. You didn't say.
I didn't say earlier in the office.
I literally.
I did not
overheard
talk
you.
about that. I did not.
Oh.
They have lost again. My memory's going bad, but they have lost more than once.
I didn't bring up to you, but you checked your phone. You're like, oh, Warriors lost again.
No, I didn't check my phone because I was watching it last night. I knew it happened.
Office. Dude.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I saw this last night. I was very excited about this.
Okay.
Because Meek Phil is on the record here on this show saying ridiculous things like Jason Tatum is worse than Curry.
Yeah.
All right, you still standing by that?
Yeah.
All right, that's dumb. And the final news, which brings us to baseball topics today.
5 and 5 in the last 10.
Oh, they're red hot.
That's not bad.
Just like the.
Not bad.
Meek Phil better walk back to Jason Tatum.
Yeah, that's so stupid, Meek. Just walk it back. Meek. Just say you're wrong.
If you're going over the last 2 weeks, especially, and I'll even stretch it to the last month, he's arguably the best player in the NBA.
I was there when he did terrible things to my Knicks.
Yes, he
last
did.
Saturday. I've never felt so bad. That was bad.
That is not.
That was so mean.
He's not arguably the best player in the NBA. He's definitely really.
He's the best. Yeah, you're right. He is the best.
He is
player.
not the best player in the NBA.
I'm telling in the past 2 weeks, he has played like the best player in the NBA.
That doesn't.
Have you seen some Jokic
past
stat
2
lines?
weeks? Yeah, Jokic is the best player in the NBA.
Crazy.
Nope, it's Jason Tatum.
No, it's
Jason
not.
Tatum can do more on a basketball court than Jokic.
All right,
That's not a crazy
we all
take.
can agree, except for me, Phil, that Tatum is better than Curry.
Steph Curry.
I'm there.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
The Jokic thing.
I don't think that
Jokic is just better
I don't
than-
think that Jokic.
I love Jason Tatum.
That's a fair debate, Marty. I'm not saying
I'll have it healthy. I agree that Jokic is better than Tatum.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay, there we go.
I think
That
Tatum
was
has
healthy.
been- I think-
That was healthy of
I
you.
think
But
Tatum
stop
has
it there.
been-
Stop
no,
it there.
I think Tatum has been playing better than Jokic. I think Tatum can also do more on a basketball court than Jokic.
I also think that Jason Tatum has a lot more around him than Jokic.
Yes, that's true. True. I mean, that's a fact.
It's not even debatable. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's not
Nuggets
debatable.
roster stinks.
I thought that was a pretty obvious
Not
thing.
even debatable.
Not debatable.
Although Murray got the king of the court last night.
55
Yes, he did.
points.
It was a $6,000 payout, I think, per bet.
Wow.
So it was
Wow.
I think everyone in the NBA played last night. I'm pretty sure.
They did.
I had Towns lost by like.
I mean, Murray is
Trae Young, I think, lost by 1 point.
wow.
And that game went to OT, so those numbers are going crazy. And then, Murray went nuts.
good for him.
And the last big news, Alex Bregman going to the Boston Red Sox. 3 years, 120, opt out after each year. Dukes is pumped. Red Sox are good.
Great
I don't know if they're better than the Yankees. I'm
They
not saying
are.
that.
Definitely not,
But I'm saying they
got
are.
better.
I think they're a playoff
We
team.
got better. I don't. You're putting 3 teams in the AL East.
I am. I think the AL West is worse.
The AL East is the best division in the AL side for sure.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. That's not even
Yeah.
arguable.
I don't know if the Red Sox are interesting. I that's definitely a good move for them. I'm not gonna shit
Admit
on
it's a
them
good
for
one.
that. I just did.
Do it again.
No, I did see. I did find it interesting the other deals he said no to.
Tigers.
The Tigers one was interesting.
6-170.
So that
To be also honest, I don't want to go to the Tigers.
well, so the opt-outs are like setting him up for if he has a monster season in Boston with the Green Monster and all his hitting profile
Immediately opt out.
projects
Yeah.
to. That's why, honestly, I thought he'd be a disaster signing for the Yankees because his powers to left field that doesn't really work with us. So if you're an opposite, whatever. But he's going to pepper the monster. If he has an amazing season, he can opt out after 1 year and get his monster contract, or he could just stay and make $40 a year, which is great for him.
I think I definitely opts out. Third
it is a
baseman.
win-win for him.
I think it's
I agree.
I think it's a great move for Boston too because if he opts
it
out,
is.
Great move for Boston.
if it
That's
opts,
not a win-win.
if he
because
opts
could
out,
get
no,
fucked.
if he opts out after 1 year though, that means he had a great year for them.
I understand that, but that doesn't mean
I guess the way it could go bad for Boston if he stinks, then you're on the hook for $120
Yeah,
million.
yeah,
for
like
a season.
him-
But at least it's only a 3-year deal.
And that's why, I didn't even think he would consider a 3-year deal.
Me either.
I thought he was that's why this dragged out for so long was that he was chasing a 7-year deal or even
Correct.
8. I
Yes.
think was being because the original, what was the Astros original 6 for 150?
156.
Yeah, 6 years though, right?
Yep.
So he wanted 8. I think he truly only wanted to be in Boston. I don't think the Tigers, everyone else was for leverage at this point. And he settles for a 3-year deal with the opt out. So I think it's a great move for Boston.
I don't think he thought anyone would do 3 years with those opt-outs and that much money per year. I don't think that he thought anyone
I
would.
like that better for the team, though.
Do you think if
Why, but wouldn't you rather the guy I don't know.
With their youth, they want that.
both.
He's a
They've got-
31-year-old
so
third
much-
baseman too, though.
I know.
I don't want him around
He's
very
gonna
long.
play second.
I know, which that's the one way. Marty's like, how could this go wrong? That's how it goes wrong. What if he stinks at second?
I think he'll be okay.
then
He's
move him to
Boston.
third?
Very good defensive third baseman.
Who's the third baseman again right now?
Devers.
DH.
Well,
that's
that could
the
happen.
problem.
If Devers gets hurt, then you have the easy move of moving Bregman over to third, and then
Yeah,
you
but put
They have
Devers-
Yoshida at DH, and you can't play him in the field. He's that bad of a defensive outfielder.
Oh, I don't think Yoshida's in their plans.
But he's so expensive. They're paying
Yeah,
him a
but
lot of money, though.
I don't think they're
I
What do
gonna-
you do with him then?
Hubs, I think
Stash
they're in.
him on the
I think
bench.
they're in. I think they're in his plant. They're in their plans. I was seeing a lot about him batting fifth.
Yep. He's
No,
in-
Brett-
We're
he's in our
now,
plans.
but
There's
I
a
don't-
reason they're putting Bregman at second and
Yeah.
Yoshida.
I think if Devers were to get hurt, and that can easily happen, then he becomes your DH. You're sliding Bregman to third, Christian Campbell, Roman Anthony. They have so many young infield, outfield prospects they can just
Rafael can play everywhere too.
Meyer as well. They've got a lot of flexibility that I think.
Story's gonna get hurt.
yeah, and then if he gets hurt, you move Bregman to shortstop.
Right.
Right.
Right. That honestly, that's more likely than
Three rights
that's
in a row?
more likely.
That was a
was a-
rare triple
We
bang.
ping ponged right.
That's more likely than Devers getting hurt.
I was
Is
gonna-
that Story gets hurt because
Yeah,
Story
he
is
gets
made
hurt
of
every
glass,
single
right?
time,
I mean,
yeah.
Do you think if he got $200 million from the Tigers, he would have went there? Or you
Yes.
think he was always dead set on Boston?
I think he definitely goes there.
200
His
million's
numbers,
going
his
there.
numbers at Fenway are pretty good.
Makes
It's like the
sense.
second best ever.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
It's only 20 games. but,
Great.
like,
It's a great day to be a Met Sox fan.
Honestly, though, what's good? This is great for baseball for the Yankees and Red Sox.
That's what I
Yes.
literally
I agree.
literally just blogged this is a shot of life into the Yankees Red Sox rivalry that has needed one badly. Objectively speaking, I fucking hate this obviously because I think it's a great move for Boston and I think they're set up very well to make the playoffs and contend for the division. But outsider's perspective, This is very good for the Yankees and Red Sox.
This is
Robert.
You know what's really bad for?
The Orioles.
The Orioles. Because the Orioles just sat there and with their dick in the hand, didn't do anything, lost their best pitcher, and we have young guys though, so we're
They
gonna
lost a 40 home run outfielder too.
guys, don't worry. We have our young guys, and we're cheap
They
as
do, though.
fuck. I understand that's cheap as fuck. When you have your young guys that are on that small of a contract, you get other people to. This is your time to build around those young guys. And all they've done is lose their fucking best starting pitcher and a guy who hit 40 home runs. And Santander, I'm fine with them losing.
Yeah,
But
Me too.
Burns is
He's a
someone that
one-dimensional player.
they needed. Burns didn't get a crazy contract, did he?
He got paid by Arizona.
How much though? Like
240, I think.
Yeah, but that's something
Like,
the
why
Orioles
could the Orioles
could
do
have
that?
matched that.
yeah, like
Okay,
that's not
you wanna
that
hear a crazy
insane.
stat? I saved this for the show. The Orioles have increased their payroll from 109 million in 2024 to 150 million in 2025. So despite seemingly
Losing
doing
people. They did not. They somehow paid more.
Well, no, because those guys who were making the minimum aren't making the minimum anymore. Those young guys are starting to get paid.
and
Yeah,
then
but that's why.
Tyler O'Neill, they paid Gary Sanchez, they paid a little bit. Like somehow.
No, but their current roster knows what happened.
No, I know, but isn't that nuts? Like you think
It is.
they,
These
they're
guys are
paying
making
less.
arbitration.
They actually increased it. So
it's
they're-
also
they
like-
did worse, even
They're
worse.
worse.
Than you
You
thought.
Yeah.
agree that when
150 also, by the way, is bullshit. They should be spending. They should be
Especially with new ownership.
in 3
insane.
years.
It seems like new ownership's plan is to like re-up Gunner, re-up Adley,
Adley,
and
yeah.
all,
Yeah, and
all
then-
those
then-
guys, and that's how they're going to inject money in. But that's not it, man. Like you got to take advantage when those guys are on team-friendly contracts.
That's what Marty's saying.
where it's like when you
guys are absolutely right.
Also, a lot of people that went this year that they could have gotten like maybe like an Alonso or like a I don't know. I know that he wouldn't like even just I don't know. Like they could have
even
done
Jack-
something.
You could have gotten Alonso. You
know
could
what,
have easily gotten
Alonso-
Alonso. You could have gotten Jack
You
Flaherty.
could have got Flaherty. You could have kept Burns. You could have done anything.
They're starting
and-
rotation right now with Wells and Bradish out, and I don't know if they're out for the whole year, but they're coming off major injuries. They may be sidelined. Zach Eflin, Grayson Rodriguez, Charlie Morton, Dean Kramer, Tomoyuki Sugano.
Yeah, so
That's your starting.
Morton,
That's your starting
Morton's
five.
basically replacing Burns, which is not a replacement.
That is,
And the Sugano, I don't really like.
He's older, right?
He's old, yeah, and his numbers in Japan were not that amazing. I've never seen him pitch, obviously, but
They
just
have-
looking at the stats, they're not eye-popping.
Baltimore has one move to quote unquote salvage their
Cease.
offseason, and it's Dylan Cease. If they don't trade for Dylan Cease, then what
But
the fuck?
the
Well, there was
Padres
news.
just
There was
bought-
news
just
this
got
morning.
somebody.
They're keeping. They just got Pivetta.
Yeah.
They're keeping Cease, according to the news reports. Now it might be just negotiation publicly, but they're keeping Cease and they're keeping King.
Yeah, because Pavetta puts them in a
Well, the Pivetta deal is interesting. So it's not what you think it is.
What?
He's only making $4 million this year. He's making $19 the next year. The Padres' ownership is broke. The owner died. The brother and widow were fighting. The brother got control of the team last week. There's a lot of rumors they're trying to cut costs wherever they can. So they made a splash getting Pivetta. Splash. They're only paying him $4 million this year, $19 next. I bet they trade him at the end of the year.
Yeah, but if it's working out, they'll have to.
But I think still they need to cut costs. They need to save money. This
I don't know.
team is hemorrhaging money according to the ownership, and I think they need to
still
cut
think that
costs.
the Padres are like a really good team this year.
I think
I don't.
all
Why?
the free agents they signed are like a base salary is like $1 million each year. Like Pivetta base salary $1 million, Kyle Hart they signed base salary $1 million, Hayward, Connor Joe. Like it's
Like that pitching
pretty
staff
obvious.
is still good.
It is good. I worry they're gonna. The reason I don't believe in the Padres is the National League is really tough. The National League West is really tough. The Diamondbacks are really good. The Dodgers are incredible. And on top of that, I think they're gonna cut costs as the season goes on. There's no ownership I have less faith in right now with a decent team than the Padres.
Yeah, I still think they have a good team. Like I still think that pitching.
You still have
staff is
Tatis.
gonna- Yeah.
You know, they still have players. They still have Machado. So you're
losing
not wrong.
Profar is massive. Like he was like honestly the heart and soul of that team last year.
Yep.
And Yu Darvish is still there, but he's getting older. You trust that he's gonna.
Still pitching pretty
It
well.
was
though.
okay, but he also had that weird thing where he had personal leave for like 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have very little faith in the Padres only because of their ownership. They should be better than they are, and I would be. If King and Cease are still on the team on August 15th, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
Let's talk AL East a little bit because we're kind of batting that around. Yankees right now are the favorite, plus 110. The Orioles are plus 285. The Red Sox are plus 425. Rays are plus 750, and the Blue Jays are plus 1500. Blue Jays, by the way, it's embarrassing. They should just fire. Yeah, have a fire sale.
Do you think it's because, like, just players don't want to go to Canada? It has to be, right?
You could pick
Because it does fuck with your money.
100%.
Fucks with your money with the I don't know how.
Well, also just having to go through customs every single time.
That's a big
Yeah.
risk.
Like I saw someone say like they need to build their own airport.
They should.
Like,
Have the Blue Jays, and you don't have to worry about customs.
yeah.
So how it works in baseball is because of the CBA, the Blue Jays are paid American dollars, but you are still living in Canada, have to pay rent in Canadian, everything else in Canadian. So it is a bit of a headache. Also, remember Mark Burley? I know this is a small thing; it might be isolated to Burley, but Burley had a pit bull, and he got traded from the Blue Jays, the Marlins, to the Blue Jays, and because of that, they don't allow pit bulls, I guess, in Canada, in Toronto. So he had to like give up his dog for a time, and there are rules and things maybe we don't consider as Americans that are rules in Canada. But I think at the end of the day, it's money, right? Like if you pay someone enough money, they'll come over there.
I don't know though, because they were offering a lot of money to some of these guys.
I always feel like they were the bridesmaids though. Like they didn't match the Soto deal. Like they were like third place there. Like
I mean, everyone knew Soto wasn't going there, but like I'm saying,
Mike Francesa said it on the screen.
Yeah, but like
beyond average mix, he was going to the Red Sox.
but there's this.
That's different than the Blue Jays though. We're talking about the Blue Jays right now.
I know.
There were some contracts out there that they were offering to some of these free agents that were higher than others, and they didn't go.
They finished in second to everybody.
Yeah, I always feel like they were the bridesmaids. I don't know.
Except I guess Bregman they weren't in on, which is shocking.
It is shocking. The Blue Jays are in a rough spot too, where Bo Bichette's a free agent. Vladimir Guerrero
New
Jr. is a free
haircut.
agent.
Bo Bichette new haircut.
Oh well, they're gonna trade all of them.
You gonna trade Vladdy Jr.?
Yeah,
I think they should. I don't know if they will.
I think they will.
I have a bold prediction about the Blue Jays this year. They are going to be this year's 2023 Angels. They're going to be around 3 to 5 games out of a playoff spot come to trade deadline. You're going to have people like Clemmer screaming, sell, 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 blow it up now. Get what you can for Vladdy, get what you can for Bo. And they say, fuck you, old Chris Clemmer. We're going all in on this
Call me
team,
old.
on this core, and we're going to trade for whoever and go all in on Vladdy one last time. And then it just fails, and then they just stare like, damn, we probably should have sold.
I don't agree. I think they're gonna trade.
Before the season?
No, like at the trade deadline.
Deadline. It depends where they are. I mean, the fact that they're 15-1 to win the division is that should open some eyes in that front office a little bit. But you guys Yankee fans, do you guys think it's going to be an easy walk to the division?
No.
Easy walk? No, for
Okay.
sure not. But I
What are
do
the
think
odds again? What are they putting
Plus 110. Orioles are plus 285. Red Sox are
that
plus
shows though
425.
the Red Sox still have.
Red Sox are 425.
I think that's egregious.
I-
I don't see any
why?
reason why the Orioles should have better odds than the Red Sox.
Why?
Red
The
Sox-
lineup is definitely better than the Red
I
Sox.
think the Red
I
Sox.
don't know, man.
I think if
I don't.
if
I wouldn't say definitely.
if Roman Anthony, if the combination of Anthony Meyer and Cramble can give you something,
You're
and then
saying
you're
if.
adding in. Well, yeah, of course, as if.
No, because like
You already have Devers. You already have Duran. You already have Cassis. You already have Bregman.
pieces there, man.
I know, but I think
And that
the-
offense was
I think
already scrappy.
You know, I hate the fucking Orioles. I think their lineups definitely better. I think,
the
the
Red Sox pitching is
Red Sox pitching is
way
way better
than Baltimore.
for sure.
I really
And I
believe
think
in Walker
I think
Buehler.
the offense has closed the gap enough to like.
You believe in him?
Walker Buehler. I really believe in him.
See that?
I don't.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't know why there's so much faith in Walker Buehler just being the guy. Granted, it's a 1-year deal, right?
1-year deal.
Right. So, but what, he had a good second half and he pitched well in the playoffs. But
coming
before
off
that,
that injury, though.
before that though, there was serious concern of whether Walker Buehler was just going to pitch again.
I know, but he's
Exactly.
coming. He came off that injury though, and he kind of figured it out. And we saw.
If he figured it out, then he figured it out.
Do you
But
know how
I'm just
easy
saying,
it
like,
is?
there's a lot
So
before
much easier it
that
is to
second half.
figure it out on the Dodgers and the Red Sox. It's easy to figure out on the Dodgers when you have that good of a team around you.
Not easy
where
in the playoffs to figure it out though.
I
don't know, man.
When
It's
your
tough.
team is that good, it gives you more confidence of how like you pitch. 100%.
I disagree. I think Walker. I also really like Garrett Crochet. Now you
Crochet is
can
good.
push back and be like Crochet's never pitched 150 innings in a season. There's a lot of red flags with Crochet for sure. There's also some attitude issues potentially. But I think he's a really talented player. And you got Crochet, you got and the rest of their pitching staff isn't
Houck
that
is
bad.
really good. Houck is really good.
Houck is really good.
I think after those two,
Teo's a good 4. A 4 or 5. He's a good 4.
I'm confused on him.
He's an odd pitcher.
He's an odd pitcher who has really like failed to develop a good third pitch.
Yep.
Yeah, 4 is probably where he is. Cutter Crawford is solid.
Yep.
And we'll see what you get at Walker Buehler. Giolito's a complete wild card.
Yeah, you got Giolito kind of in the. I know, but
Giolito's nothing for me.
But isn't that good depth?
He's just a
though?
depth piece.
That's a nice
depth
piece.
Listen, I'm not saying.
I
that
just think
I'm
they're
not
better than
saying they're
Baltimore.
bad.
I just think
He'd be in the Orioles rotation.
I don't think that. I think the Orioles are just still better.
Also, good move for them. And something I've always been confused about is how they handle Garrett Whitlock. and they want to make him a starter, and he's just like a very, very mid starting pitcher. He's an elite reliever,
Yes,
like
he
a
is.
2-inning guy, like a Michael King for the Yankees.
Or a Jose Budo for the
He's
Mets.
back in the pen. So like him being in the pen now, Liam Hendricks healthy, Aroldis Chapman, I guess. That's a team that could be very well in the market for a legit closer at the deadline because they just don't have one right now. I don't know, man. I hate to give them praise and anything. Obviously, it kills me, but I definitely think they're better than Baltimore right now.
So Baltimore
I
does
I
have.
think so, their pitching is just that. I think Baltimore's pitching is truly that bad.
To Marty's point, though, Baltimore has 2 good hitters I'm very interested in. Jackson Holiday, I think he's gonna break out this year, and then Kobe Mayo. Kobe Mayo is my rookie of the year pick. It's 13-1. He had a 540 slugging percentage in AA. He had a 540 slugging percentage in AAA. This guy hits where every single level. I think he's gonna win rookie of the year this year. And to Marty's point, the Orioles have this lineup, and if these young guys can keep hitting, and now you bring in guys like Mayo and Holiday, that's a dangerous
What
lineup.
happened in the second half last year with that lineup?
It didn't work. But they didn't have Mayo.
And like,
Really, he played sparingly.
What is Adley Rutschman at this point?
A good player.
I think he is worse than what was anticipated. When
I agree
he
with
first
that.
Broke out.
I agree.
I think people kind of shot their load on him.
Yes.
Way too early.
That's fair.
But Gunner's
really good.
Gunner's great. Let's do no question about it. They have young offensive talent, and they still have talent like Kobe Mayo is going to be an impact player, no doubt. I just think that starting pitching completely derails the team.
I mean, they got worse.
They got worse.
Absolutely.
And none of us like Santander, but he still did hit 40 home runs from last year. They do have to replace.
Like a barely
Oh, yeah.
300 on base.
I know. He's very one-dimensional. I agree. But none of us like him.
No matter what, I'd take 40 home runs on my team.
Yeah, he still provided like a service. All right, so we all think the Yankees win the division, but
Can
we
I
all
tell you
agree it
something
won't be
about the
easy.
Yankees?
Sure.
This is the most excited I've been for the Yankees in a while.
How about last year?
No, can I tell you why?
All right.
Of course I was. I was I was excited last year. Juan Soto's on the team, 1,000%. This year, when I think about the team last year, Verdugo out there was like, that was a disaster.
Still unemployed, by the way.
We have a lot of team,
Pretty telling, by the way.
a lot of guys in the
Rizzo
team.
and Verdugo were starting in the World Series and are not on a team.
Unemployed. Not even on a team, Hubs. Not even talked about.
No interest.
No one
No
even
interest.
There's no bidding
cares.
war for those players.
They might just hire Rizzo as a coach at this point.
Honestly, he might.
They should. Where it's like, I get Juan Soto is amazing. I understand that. I'm you guys, good for you. But like, we get a full season of Dominguez now, which I've been
Nice.
waiting for.
Excited for it,
5
for
years. Been waiting for a full season, not this bullshit. He'll play once in a
Although
while.
Boone says he's got to earn the left field job.
Yeah, I'll have to say that.
Because Trent Grisham's going to sneak up and get it.
You have to say that.
I know.
Rookie of the year favorite, by the way, plus 450. Jason Dominguez, American League.
Yeah, and that's a little telling.
Who, are the,
too.
who else on the list?
I don't have it because we're in New York. I don't have it, but I did.
Took it down at NOLA.
I took it Nola, yeah.
I think Bellinger is going to. I think he's going to have a good season. I really do. I love Bellinger.
Yeah, I do too. I'm high on Bellinger.
I think that it's a.
Goldschmidt is a complete.
Well, that's
I don't know what I'm getting out of him.
that's the one I don't. What we got nothing out of that position last year.
Correct.
Nothing.
It's almost impossible to be worse at that position this year.
And I
Correct.
also
Goldschmidt would have
like-
to
Correct.
truly have his arm chopped off.
And I also like that our backup catcher might be Ben Rice now, which I enjoy.
Dude, I enjoy that move a lot. That's
I
a
do
nice
too.
surprise move.
But it's just like I think that our bullpen was amazing last year.
Mm-hmm.
It only got better.
Correct.
Our starting pitcher
Devin Williams is incredible.
was very.
Williams, and if you get anything at Loizaga, that would be crazy. Because
Yeah.
Loizaga, when he's healthy, he's just never.
We also
healthy.
Weaver literally. Is going from like one of the best closers last year.
You did lose Clay Holmes. I know you can.
I'm very happy they lost.
Yeah, and he didn't
All right, you can
pitch.
say that, but he was pretty good for you last year.
Yeah, but now you're replacing him with
in-
Devin Williams.
Correct.
It's
No,
a massive improvement.
massive upgrade. No argument here. I'm just putting that.
He didn't have he didn't have a position at the and in the playoffs. We like threw him like in the 6th inning.
But he was
because-
good.
Yeah, but he also went through a really rough patch where he lost the closing job.
True.
And-
I'm just saying it is.
I know.
It's a good
my
argument.
heart will be in a better place, like blood pressure wise, without Clay Holmes on this team.
Yeah.
Like there will be an ease when he comes in. You know in 2 pitches what's going on with Clay Holmes, and that's horrifying.
What I'm getting at is that we lost obviously hitting with Juan Soto, right? But I do think that we gained in other positions. Like Bellinger is better than Verdugo. We can all way better.
Yeah.
Oh yes, no argument.
So that's an upgrade there. Goldschmidt, we have no idea, but I think I could be an upgrade at first base than last year, even defensively.
I don't think Goldschmidt will be good, but I know we and you had a back and forth on Twitter about it, and I said it was an upgrade. You know what? That might be a little unfair, just because the level is so low with Rizzo.
A good second half.
So yeah, but he's this is not a good answer. You guys definitely cheaped out there. Should have went with Christian Walker. That was a huge. I think that could be a fatal flaw.
I don't disagree. I don't think they want to get the draft pick.
Christian Walker's also he's also old.
No, but you could have got a 3-year deal for
What is Goldschmidt then?
Yeah,
well, it's just a year.
Right, you're committed to Walker for 3 years.
They are clearly planning on being very deep into the Murakami sweepstakes next year, and he would be your first.
Or maybe the Vladdy sweepstakes.
I don't think they're. I think he's your guy.
Vladdy is.
I think he's
not very vocal about liking us.
I think he's the most Met of all time.
Biggest Met.
Works for me.
Sorry. But my main point is we got better at different positions.
You did also go from Soto to Dominguez. That's a huge drop off.
A huge one.
Gigantic.
But in theory, so one of the things that they got clowned on and embarrassed for in the World Series was defense. That outfield defense should be a lot better.
But what I'm saying
center
is,
field, Judge and Wright, those are two guys. Like, that's locked down. Then you got to see what happens with Dominguez and left. But
you think Bellinger's that good of a center fielder, or just better than Judge?
I think he's a really good center.
I don't think he's a really good center fielder.
I think he's a really good center fielder.
I watched a lot of Cubs.
He's a way better center fielder than Judge was.
That's a different argument. And one I would agree with.
And Judge is an exceptional right fielder.
We need Judge in right field. But the biggest thing is what I'm talking about is that we don't even have a number 2 pitcher. We have 2 number 1s. Like, legit 2 number 1 pitchers going into this year where we did not have that. Our Carlos Rodon is not a number 2 pitcher. He's not.
He's number 4.
He's a 4 in this,
people kind of forget Luis Seal's in the mix still.
It's
like,
just
AL Rookie of the Year. He's just your number 3.
Yeah, you don't know how he's going to be this year, but I think he's going to be great. Like
health, if health's on his side, I think he's only going to get better.
Clark Schmidt being your 5 is
incredible depth.
Where I'm just saying, like
Carlos Carrasco in the minor leagues.
I think throughout our
Stroman too, by the way.
No, he's not reporting. Did you see that report?
He's not reporting.
To be fair,
I saw him there.
So that was mandatory first day physicals, and then the last 2 days not mandatory. He's not supposed to report. He's not required to report for like 8 days or something.
Oh yeah,
I just read it. Yeah, but I think they told him to stay home because the last thing they need is him to get hurt. They're trying to trade him.
Also, I don't know if you want to deal with him. He's a headache.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that I think that we have a deep, like we got better in a lot of different. I know we lost our, like we still have the MVP in our lineup. Like that's where I'm like still.
There's one position they've neglected.
A lot of walks.
It is insane. Third base.
No, third base is going to be Oswaldo Cabrera, and that's what they're going to do.
Talking about a 3-man fight of DJ LeMahieu, Oswald Peraza, who they've really never given more than 10 days of a leash for. And Oswaldo Cabrera, who's a utility bench player. Realistically, I don't think he's a starting player.
He's going to be our starting third base.
So that's your 3 options. And one of those options, DJ LeMahieu, was going to be DFA'd last year when Jason Dominguez came up. And then Aaron Judge basically spoke up and was like, you can't just do this to this veteran. That's why he's still on the team. That guy's now in the running to be a starting player.
I also still think we're going to get Arenado. And he's going to be even older. And
I think the only buzz you're hearing about Arenado is from the Cardinals side. Because now they have one less team to trade him to. Because if the Sox lost out on Bregman, they were going to get Arenado. It seems that was like a lot.
But maybe that domino falling will make it easier to trade him now. Because now the team like the Tigers are desperate.
I don't think the Yankees have any. They've really like every Yankee reporter has kind of said there's nothing there, and I've heard nothing on my side. There's no Arenado buzz at the moment. That would be shocking. A guy I'd love if I could be GM of the team right now would be trade for Carlos Correa. That would be incredible.
Are Twins really thinking about moving him? They that serious about moving him?
I think they'd like to get off of his money.
They need him, and they could win the Central still. They could. The Twins are definitely in competition to win the Central.
Their front office and ownership, like I don't know how much.
They're the favorite right now, plus 210.
Yeah, but I don't know how much like they. I think they can get off his money, no problem. They wouldn't think twice about it. Plus, he played 80 games last year. So like they're like,
I know he gets hurt a lot. That's why the Mets.
Hey, we can dump all this money for a guy who gets injured a lot. I think that would be the convincing point. Now I don't think I've heard nothing the Yankees do that, but I think that would be such a sick move for the Yankees.
The fact that we're like even just like baseball's back is like football's over. It's college basketball and baseball starting, and then NBA is going to come in the mix obviously as well. But like I was in Scottsdale and like I was at the Rockies facility. It was just like. Awesome to
during
see.
That ball hit the mitt.
Just like, let me tell you.
Smell on the grass. I'm so excited.
I just need to tell you, Bud Black, awesome.
He's the best, right? I knew you were gonna like him. I told you.
He took me aside and said, like, please just leave the camera. I just want to talk to you. I got to the field, opened the door. He goes, "That Marty?" I go,
No way.
Hey, coach.
That's awesome.
How old is
And-
Bud Black?
He's like
60s?
68 around.
For Bud Black.
And it was-
I feel like a guy who's been in the league for that long got to be like well-respected, good dude.
He knew I went to Mount
Very
St. Mary
well-respected,
College.
right?
He knew I went to college. He did
No
his
way.
homework. Like he like,
Really?
dude, he took me aside. He's like, just tell me about you. And like we talked baseball. We talked about my life. We talked about his life. Like, and then like he was awesome.
That's
like
sick.
the coolest experience I've
I would
ever
not-
had.
That stuns me.
awesome.
I know.
Not that I have this bad image of Bud Black in my
No,
head.
but like managers are sometimes just like the
So,
worst.
like, yeah, like-
and it's just like he was so like in it. Like I don't even care if I spoil, but I'm going back Monday and I'm like practicing with the Rockies, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll put you in some drills. We're gonna put you here. This." I'm like,
incredible.
it's like a dream.
I guess that maybe is like
I'm
the
gonna make a-
manager of a team that has the the lowest expectations. Like you just know there's no
tough
push
division.
to win.
Tough division.
Tough division. Yeah.
But he's been so. I texted him. I
He won
was
2 World Series, right?
won 85 Royals. He went, in theory, he was on the 95 Indians, but he wasn't on the playoff roster. They didn't win anyway. They
So
Braves did.
the Indians didn't win.
No, the Braves won. Indians haven't won since 47.
Got it.
Or 48. Bud Black, teammate of Gaylord Perry and a teammate of Manny Ramirez. That's how long his career was,
Yeah,
which
it's
is crazy. So he pitched forever. He I know I was texting you the night before about how much I love Bud Black. Bud Black, his career is incredible. You'll go his career. Just a really cool left-handed guy, stuck around forever, incredibly well respected. It was no surprise when he became a manager. And not many pitchers are good managers. It's just kind of a thing. He's had a very. I know the Rockies stint hasn't been great.
I mean, it's very hard to.
It's impossible.
They don't get anybody.
But the before that though, he's a successful manager and always regarded as a really smart guy.
Yeah.
I knew. I was like,
yeah,
I was
he was-
jealous of you talking to him.
He was. He took me in his office.
Oh, that's
like
awesome.
he was like he watched my swing. He was watching everything. He knew everything going on. He also 8 people walked by his office and he was like, you know Barstool, Marty Mush, and it's like one person was like, yeah, oh yeah, and then the other people were like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm like, this is gonna be awkward. But
He's from California. Like, there's no Boston ties.
his
Boston?
son-in-laws.
I mean, you think you know Barstool if you're from
His,
Boston?
Oh, I understand. Oh, yeah.
His son-in-laws he talked to
Okay,
'cause he
okay,
knew I was coming, and he said his son-in-laws were both fans of mine, and he was like
Oh, that's cool.
excited about it. And because I was most nervous. I was most nervous about like
What do you think? What's his first name? Do you know it?
I looked it up. It's like Harry or something, right? Yeah.
Is it?
Harry Ralston Bud Black.
Because I said Bud is like the most manager name of all time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he was awesome. But it was cool. Like the facilities over there are so fucking nice. Like
that's
the Diamondbacks and the Rockies share.
Oh, all right.
And I went to their facility on accident. But yeah, no, it was just the vibe there was so.
You walked
cool.
in the Diamondbacks facility by accident.
Zach Gallen, until you get the fuck out.
Yeah, I wish Zach was there. I would have said something. But yeah, no, it's wild. Like I'm literally like a Make-A-Wish kid going to this on Monday. I hope they give me like a locker.
I've been saying that for a while about you, so that's good.
Yeah,
I
listen.
mean, that was the vibe we got in Cincinnati. Make-A-Wish vibe.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, here comes this guy.
I will say,
Definitely dying of cancer.
baseball wise, there's not much content that goes out. Baseball wise,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
like around the sport, to like promote the sport a little bit. It's like I don't think that there's a lot of.
So they get excited when they
So I
see
think
some
that
stuff. Yeah.
them
You know,
allowing
the
like
Rockies.
yeah, but
especially.
like the Rockies allowing me to like literally be a part of their practice is pretty cool for the MLB to like actually be open to
good for
doing
them.
something
Yeah, it's
to
about-
promote these guys. Like I'm gonna do this video. I'm not saying it's gonna be millions of views. I'm just saying like you at least know some of these fucking Rockies guys now. Like
And the fact that they're willing to say yes to these things, that's the
Exactly.
big takeaway for me, is especially Barstool's younger audience than a lot of the other, like, MLB Network, you'll get some of the average age people that watch that. So that's great. I'm glad to see baseball.
I'm hoping that like other teams like, oh, that was good.
Did you come in contact with the owner?
No, I didn't see Dick. My guy.
I'm fascinated by Dick Monfort.
Me too.
He's the man.
I love him.
I want to see that guy like in the
Pause.
wild, just like respond to emails because he definitely answers just like 100 a day.
Answered
from,
me,
like,
Phil.
fans. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
awesome.
did where no journalist ever went. I tried to confirm a Thyro Estrada signing.
And then a day later, that's not an accident, Phil. I still believe Phil made that happen.
he was probably like, why the fuck is this guy signed?
Let's quickly go through some of the other divisions here. The Central got the Twins plus 210, Royals plus 270, Tigers plus 270, Guardians plus 300, and my favorite, the White Sox plus 25,000. White Sox are going to lose another, 115.
How about their Gets coming out and being like, I think we'll be better than last year. They won 41 games. I think. You think? And granted,
It broke the record for most losses.
What's
in a
really
season.
sad is the think might be warranted as not a guarantee because they actually got worse.
Because they got rid of, Crochet's gone.
Yeah. And they're going to you have to think they're going to trade Robert at the I always want to say Robert.
I know.
You have to think they're going to trade Robert at the deadline.
Probably
finally.
Martin Perez, too. Like, Martin Perez signed there.
Right. So, they in theory, they actually should be. What's their over-under?
That's a good question. It's not as bad as last year. Like, total, obviously.
It's almost more of just like like it's baseball. You have to run into some.
And they do have some 53.5. They do have some young players. So
imagine thinking.
So basically, you're saying
White Sox me 13 games better than last year.
So if they lose 108 games, you win the over/under for there.
If you went on the street,
it's a 13-game improvement. Yeah,
that's crazy to think you can win an over with a team losing 108 games.
I know.
If you went on the street today, name 2 White Sox players. Think they could do it?
No.
I actually don't think anyone could.
New York?
I think if you went to Chicago.
You could.
I don't think you can.
No, because you'd say Robert and like Martin Perez, or you'd say Benintendi or something. You could do it in Chicago, but like it's.
I think Chicago would be tough. I think a lot of more Cubs
Do you
fans.
see the deal that the team is doing for tickets? April and May.
No.
You get all the home games, and it's like $125.
At least it's. I guess at least.
That's awesome. We should do that. We should do it.
It's crazy. It comes out to less than $4 a game or something.
It's not a bad, although they don't take care of the stadium properly,
It is.
which is the whole thing. But I didn't hate watching a game there.
Oh, the area is not nice.
No, but you take the subway right there. I didn't. I
went to a playoff game.
I brought my wife, and like we went to the game, and
Was
we
it a
just
day game?
No, it was a night game, and we went to the game, and we went back. No one.
You enjoyed it?
Baseball. I have a great time watching baseball.
He's got his book out. He doesn't realize.
He doesn't realize anything going on around him.
Fucking happy.
besides
You've
that.
been to games. You know how happy I am at games.
Yes, but I went to a White Sox playoff game. It was a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really was. The fans are all White Sox Dave people. They're like they look exactly like him. Grungy people, just like
Rolling in
minions that will. Yeah, they all have dirt somewhere on there. Like they think they slid in that game. And it's just like it was a wild area. Like you go to obviously Wrigley's one of the best fields, but it's just funny going to Wrigley and then you go to that field. It's like, oh my god!
My goal this summer, my year, I need to get to Wrigley.
Never
Never been.
have to.
Then you got to go to New Comiskey.
I gotta show you guys these odds.
You got to go to New Comiskey then. You got to do both.
No.
Fewest regulars. Oh, that's interesting.
Minus 125.
So let's be real. Who beats?
But who's
Because the A's are going to be. The A's are like they competed kind of in the second half.
The Rocky
and they added people.
No, the A's are much better.
Right. The Marlins.
The Marlins are amazing.
Hey, the A's did something.
Right.
A's did a couple things.
A's
Too. The A's are decent enough, and they weren't that bad last year.
Right.
The Rockies have Brenton Doyle. Brenton Doyle is a elite baseball player. Like they have
Doyle.
But Doyle is
think
so
I'm
much
hitting
better
with
than
that guy. I
anybody
like
on the
that.
White Sox.
Having minus odds to be the worst team in the league is insane.
It is.
The Rockies are just
that
their
feels like
division
we should
so
take
hard.
Don't sleep on the Angels.
Yo, why don't we take that?
What?
What do we take?
Why don't we take that? The White Sox.
We should.
We just talked about too. They're gonna trade Robert and Perez and
Minus 125.
And anybody that has any value at all.
what?
The only thing is they have a guy named Colson Montgomery. They have some like
You want
guys.
to do a fun thing? I'm gonna name their starting rotation.
Oh, it's brutal.
I couldn't even tell
They
you.
have like your younger players are a year older. Like they could be better than last year.
This
signed-
doesn't mean anything.
They
I know, you're
signed
right.
Martin Perez. That was the heavy lifting they did.
All right, here we go. Martin Perez, the ace.
Yep.
Your number 2 is Jonathan Cannon.
Oh,
Your number 3 is Davis Martin. Your number 4 is Sean Burke. That could just be a random.
pretty sure you're just naming our production team.
And number 5 is Bryce Wilson. Bryce spelled B-R-Y-S-E.
Yes.
Bryce Wilson.
Yes.
Let's do their relievers.
By the way, none of those guys are prospects. That's the problem. These are all guys who have pitched in the majors. That's a problem.
Let's go relievers real quick. Shane Smith, Tyler Gilbert, Jared Schuster. Is that the Brave?
Yes.
Okay, I know him. Cam Boozer. He used to pitch for the Red Sox, I think. Mm-hmm. Not good. Gus Varland.
Jesus.
Freelander Baroa.
How do you think they all show up to the park? Do you think they're all like, boys, this is bad? Like, or do you think they're like?
No, they know.
Like, I would love to know their.
They know.
Imagine a Hard Knocks like what the Red Sox did of like the White Sox.
But you know what this is for some of these guys? Though, it's an opportunity to play every day. Like they're actually going to get their chance to play every day.
Of course, it's like you're in the
Fraser
major
Eller
leagues.
And a lot of these guys wouldn't even be on major league rosters.
It's good for them in a way. Obviously, it's the major leagues, but like also like you talk it's just like Barstool. Behind the scenes, you're talking about like other things happening in the company, and
They know they suck.
they gotta know where it's like,
yeah,
boys, we gotta get over the.
You know what I'd like to hear
year.
is like, like Boone, I'm sure every now and then we'll give like a motivational speech, maybe like pre-spring training, right before things get going. The whole team's there, looking forward to the year. I'd love to know what the White Sox do with that. What are they giving motivational speeches?
Yeah,
Try and pick me up.
definitely.
I hopefully they kind of.
I would actually love to play for a team like that where it's like,
that's gonna be tough,
let's
man.
shock the world.
But you're not. That's then be on be on a team that's not them. Like be on the A's or something like that. Like
The A's are just like
the A's are
kinda
decent.
good.
The A's
They're
are,
kinda
especially
good.
in a really weak American League. They're
like
kind of
when
okay.
you have a Mason Miller that can close out your game. You have like
Severino.
Severino's a good. Rooker's a good player.
Hooker is a
like,
legitimately
Lawrence
good.
Butler.
Yeah, Lawrence Butler. No, Butler's a nice player.
I know, but just the way he said that was.
He's trying to be.
Lawrence Butler
Shea
will
Langdon.
forever be a joke in my mind based off that tone.
Dude,
Yeah.
Lawrence Butler's crazy. Like he had a
But the
300
way
game
you
versus the
just
Phillies.
said it was
Shea
like.
Langoliers can run in this.
Oh, like I just think
Yeah.
that they're like a good. They're just like a. Obviously,
fine.
they're fine. They're doing something at
Look at
least.
their record last year. What were they? They were 69-93. That's
I
not
bet
great.
their second half was good.
Yeah, I could see them. Are they gonna have a winning record this year? Probably not. But I could see them not losing 90 games.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Is this just the owner, like, hey, we're getting to Vegas, like let's try and like build the roster a little bit?
No,
and-
it's they literally got pressured by Major
No,
League
that's-
Baseball
that's true.
and said if you don't spend enough money, you're not gonna get revenue sharing. So they said, okay, fine, we'll
yeah, they
spend
were.
money.
That should happen to more teams.
It should happen to every team.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Why did it happen just to the A's?
Because they had been breaking the rule for so long.
Is anyone else nearing breaking?
Marlins
Okay.
are going. I think are going to be in the same hot water next year.
They actually signed a free agent yesterday, Cal Quantrill.
They did, which is actually a move I don't hate.
I
For
think the Marlins are a team to watch out for.
I agree with that.
The worst.
Especially in a tough National League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one thing.
It's like the White Sox have some bad AL teams as well.
There's a lot of bad
They play your division. It's not the strongest division.
Yeah.
whereas,
Also, it's not the strongest
NL
league.
The
The
NL East
Marlins
is-
have a brutal NL East.
Yeah,
and
that's-
they're gonna have to play a lot.
Should we take the
I think we
Marlins?
should take the Marlins because they're dog shit.
Wait, that's a fun year-long.
This
bet.
is what Rico did last year, and it's still the White Sox are that bad.
He was sweating it out in May.
well, Rico
He take
also
the
was.
Marlins?
Yeah.
Was a,
All right, I'm back on the White Sox.
no. I think we should.
Well,
I
that
think
was
we
last
should-
year, but
I think us three should take the Marlins.
the problem is the Sandy,
Minus 125 is not
Sandy
that.
Alcantara in the Marlins though.
Is
Yeah.
he healthy?
Yeah. And they're gonna get what's his face back, Yuri Perez. They're gonna get him in May. The Marlins are not gonna be as bad as
I like the
White
Angels.
Sox are horrific.
I like
Alright,
the
I'm gonna-
Angels
I'm gonna-
value better, honestly.
I'm gonna read
I
your.
like the Angels one too. Angels are 22-1.
I don't like the Angels because they signed some guys.
Ooh, Kikuchi?
That's an MLB player.
I guess.
I'm gonna read you the lineup for the Marlins real quick. Xavier Edwards, Connor Norby,
Norby's not bad.
Jesus Sanchez, Jonah Bride, Griffin Conine,
Oh, Jesus.
Otto Lopez,
Dude,
Kyle
let's take the
Stowers,
Marlins.
Derek Hill, and Nick Fortes.
That is
that is
an impossibly bad lineup.
It's also classic Rico to take the Marlins last
Year
year
before.
and then so I think that we should because minus 125. It's also not fun to boast about the White Sox being bad.
So
Everyone thinks that. We
no.
should take the Marlins as a fun bet.
White
What
Sox.
was the odds for the Marlins?
They're like 300.
600.
I'm taking the Marlins.
That's a fun.
600 is a good bet.
We
I'd
gotta
rather
root
take the Angels 22-1.
But now we got to root for the White Sox to win games.
Yes, that's even more fun.
kinda fun.
That's fun, more
kinda
fun
fun.
than them. Like, it's like, hey, I took the minus. It's like, yeah.
The problem is the Marlins rotation isn't that bad though.
Yeah, but the NL East is brutal.
That lineup is so bad.
I still think that there's. I also want some. I want some hot takes out of everybody right now. Who you think is a World Series flyer? Not even a flyer. And I also want, like, who do you think's going to win NL East hubs? Not Clemmer, because he's going to.
The NL East?
Yeah.
Let me give you the odds first. Braves plus 110, Phillies plus 210, Mets plus 250,
Oh.
Nationals plus 6,000,
Okay, well, there goes my hot take.
Marlins plus 25,000. The Marlins, by the way, have the same odds to win the division as the White Sox do.
I already bet my MVP,
Your MVP.
Aaron
Yep.
Judge?
Acuna.
He's no, it's a terrible pick. He's going to start the year hurt.
He's not playing
He's
till
not-
like May.
Yeah.
Okay.
June.
No, I
that's-
get,
that's not- that's a bad play, Marty.
I get what Marty's saying.
I love the player, but he's hurt.
You're
In
saying
theory, wouldn't you get better odds if you took it right before he's about to come back?
No, I think it would go down.
He might miss the first 2 months.
Yeah, Marty. And
And so I'm going to take it.
I see what you're saying.
I know.
What MVP has one MVP playing 120 games?
One that's gonna be really fucking good.
No.
But-
It'll be unbelievable.
You're
pick,
having
Marty.
the.
Don't. I'm telling people at home, don't do that.
It's like what we were just talking about with Super Bowl MVP. If Carson Wentz plays like one half,
Would have got it.
right?
No, that's not at all what I'm saying. No, the equivalent Dukes would be if Carson
Whoa,
was hurt.
that was a dick.
Oh, this is what he does.
That was
Dukes.
a,
Right, because you had a false equivalent.
Dukes, let
That
you know.
was- that was
Dukes, let me tell you something. When you talk baseball with him, he talks very down to you. You have to watch out.
But no, but he gave me a false equivalence.
The finger point now.
I'm taking the Mariners to make the playoffs.
Mariners made playoffs. No, that's fine. I don't mind that. I think the Mariners could make the playoffs. No, but the
2
problem
years
is
in a row.
Carson Wentz. The reason that's a bad play is he wasn't hurt. Like this guy's hurt.
I know, but my point is Marty's probably saying it like he like without the injury he's probably gonna have top 2 odds. I don't know that. Is that what it would
Yes.
be? He'd have
Yeah.
top 2 odds. So you're saying with the odds that you get right now, is he like 6th in odds or what
What
is
are
it?
the odds you got on him?
Yeah.
He was. I gotta check, but it was like he also. I saw him like in spring training. He's fucking whacking the ball.
They say he's not gonna be ready till.
He's literally hitting home runs
Can
yesterday.
he play
I don't
DH?
know.
It's batting practice.
That's also bad for the MVP.
What does that
Oh, is
mean,
it?
Phil?
That's like watching
Yeah.
guys like watching Mitchell Robinson shoot threes in the summer. Be like, oh, here we go.
How is
Like,
that
a new
anything
weapon
possible?
downloaded.
He's gonna make threes this year.
How is that anything? How is that anything near what I just said?
You're watching
Well,
a
no,
fa-
because
you're-
we're talking about this. You fucking moron! Is that he's hitting? He looks healthy right now. You dumb fuck!
Any
Not about the
fucking
home.
Any professional player in batting practice
When you're
is gonna
hurt,
look good.
when you're hurt,
It's batting
when
practice.
you're hurt, can you
Give
hit
me
home
a fucking
runs?
slider in the middle of May.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
You're talking about
Marty. The team
when
doesn't-
you're hurt.
Team
No.
doesn't play him. It doesn't matter.
Answer me this: when you're hurt, who's hitting home runs? You dumb fucks. What do you got?
You can if you. What if you have a leg injury? Then you could. Then it's.
Why would you hit then right
I
now?
agree. I don't
You
think-
wouldn't. That's the fucking point.
I'm telling you, the
Mike, this is the stupidest conversation I've ever had.
The team has said. Reports have said he's not going
This
to
is
play until
totally
mid-May. He's going to miss
different
the
what
third or fourth of the
This
season.
is what we're different conversation what we're having right now. I don't care about when he's coming back. I'm saying if he
When he
looks
comes back's important.
No, but you're
can't talk because you have a fucking moron back there. Because listen, if you're hurt, you wouldn't be like they wouldn't even practice him right now. I think he's going to come back earlier.
might be
You
trying
can
to
say
sign me
whenever. You can say he's come back whenever. You don't know when he's coming back.
We do know when he comes.
No,
he
you
comes
don't.
Back. Yeah,
You
but-
we don't know when he's coming back. We don't.
They-
Tell me how you
he
know.
has Google up.
There's
He has
Phil,
Google
how
up.
do you know? You talk to the fucking manager?
3 days ago, report from MLB.com.
Oh, MLB.com.
There's
that's a good
No,
response.
it's
There's a chance
definitely.
he
They know
won't-
there's a chance. So what does that mean?
There's a
Fucking
chance he
moron?
won't return before the second half of May.
What does that mean?
It probably means he's coming back
What
mid-May.
does a chance mean?
It
What
means
does it
it's more
mean?
likely he's
Phil,
not coming back at the end of
answer.
May.
Phil, answer the fucking thing. Yeah, I know. I hate when he does
Horrible
that.
voice. Horrible
I mean,
voice.
Just like you guys, you're a big this. What do you got? You guys don't know fucking dick.
He's gonna play like 110 games as a DH. You may not
I
play
know
the
that's
field.
the MVP pick's a bad one for the reasons we're giving out. We're giving real reasons why it's a bad pick.
I'm giving real reasons too, and you guys are
What are the
shitting all.
reasons?
What are
The reasons that you don't know when he's coming back.
I know,
Aaron
but
Judge.
Why, but why
actually,
take
let me
MVP
ask you a
flyer on
question.
a hurt guy though.
How bad did Aaron Judge play in April?
Horrible.
How bad?
Really bad.
One of the worst.
Really bad.
What happened last year?
He had an amazing.
Won the MVP when
He-
he's basically started in May.
But Aaron Judge is
I'd actually rather miss April and start in May than what Aaron Judge
Let me give you a
went
couple
through.
reasons why this is different. Aaron Judge is a better player than Acuna, A. B, the bigger thing is that if Acuna is playing DH for most of the year or even a big chunk of it, he's not going to win MVP. That's why it's... And Judge wasn't hurt.
Yeah, but Judge was... I'd rather be hurt than what Judge did in April.
That's a different argument. I'm talking about for the MVP pick. It's not a good one. And that's why I'm giving... But like, I'm trying to...
But it's you're basically
I
saying
love
it's
the
never going to
player.
happen.
I
You're
just
saying
think...
it's never going to happen.
What's that?
You're basically saying it's never going to happen.
I would not take a flyer on that. No. I wouldn't.
I hope I
would-
hope this guy fucking has 70,000.
Also, the National League, you're also competing with guys like Ohtani.
He's won it fucking 10 times. He's gonna give somebody else.
I don't know. I don't know if they...
I have some picks.
For baseball?
Yeah.
All right, sure.
Julio Rodriguez to win AL MVP.
Love it.
That's a flyer. I
That's
like
a flyer. Got a second
What were the
flyer.
odds?
Plus 2,500.
Yeah, what if he goes
Oh,
40?
never mind that. 25-1. All right.
What if he goes 40-40?
He's a young guy. He's a young guy.
Yep. And then you have to think Mariners are gonna make the playoffs.
Is that like trying to troll me or something with this? Like, is that what this is? I'm missing it.
No.
Okay, you keep saying like the Mariners
His
are
picks.
the Mariners are plus 250 to win the division. I think the Mariners are a good team. I don't quite get the Mariners thing, but
There's nothing to the Mariners.
Okay.
I actually like Julio Rodriguez.
Okay, yeah,
I
you
think,
too.
I think he's the best young player. Rafael Devers, AL MVP.
What's the
And
odds there?
Plus 3,000.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I like both.
I think the
those.
Red Sox are a good team.
Exactly.
Right? They can make the play, just like the Red.
It's correlation too. in my
Both of
head.
these teams, the Mariners especially.
It's two correlation picks. I think if those two teams over exceed expectations, and like somehow like if the Red Sox do jump the Yankees, which I don't think they'll do,
I don't think so either.
but if they somehow do have like a magical season, I think Devers will be a big reason why.
What if they just make the playoffs?
Right.
Which I think is pretty possible. In the West, the Astros are plus 125.
And the last time I paid attention to the Red Sox, like daily, Devers was like third in MVP. So like in my head, he's still a top player in the MLB.
Okay.
What is
Astros
Tell me this. Why is the Braves so much more of a favorite than like the Mets and the Phillies?
That's a good question, Marty.
Lineup's nasty.
They're the second best odds for a
what's
World
Strider's
Series.
return? What's
Yeah.
that looking like?
Plus 110.
Strider may not return until May or June.
They lost. Okay, so Strider's not May or June. Acuna, you're saying is not till June.
No. Like midday.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, like it's a big difference.
It's still pretty close.
Okay. All right.
It's 2 weeks away.
Yes. Sure, but that's 15 games or 14 games potentially. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not trying to be difficult.
No, you are. That's. I mean,
I'm really not. That's a huge difference.
It's a little different.
For
It's a little difficult.
for a play like it's a 10th of the season.
Who cares? Just let me say June, and it'd be like, it doesn't. People can
All right.
fucking figure it out.
I was
Round up.
He has like the same odds as Lindor,
Oh,
Acuna.
I know, dude.
That's crazy to me.
But I'm such an idiot.
I didn't.
You
know what it is,
basically
though?
called me an idiot.
think
You're an
it's just-
idiot, but not because of this. I don't think.
Yeah,
The
that's
stolen
fair.
base thing with the stolen bases being so easy, like he's gonna rack those up. He's gonna have
Acuna?
60.
Are people taking Acuna though? Is the money going there because people don't know he's hurt? I don't know.
Why
definitely
is
know
Acuna
he's
gonna
hurt.
steal bases off an ACL surgery?
I know that's.
Because it's fixed.
Yeah,
Well, like,
what?
they're gonna
No,
let-
they're gonna
why did
go
Adrian?
leash him?
They're gonna
Wait,
beat
how
him
did
all,
Adrian
though.
Peterson do after his
Is
ACL
Adrian
injuries?
Peterson Ronald
I don't-
Acuna?
I mean,
we gotta
What?
stop doing
I'm
ACLs like it's 2000.
I'm trying to reason why the
But like
odds are
ACL, you don't think he's gonna fucking? You don't think he's gonna steal bases?
Yeah, they're gonna protect him in a regular season. He's not gonna steal
They're gonna
fucking
protect him.
third.
What do you mean they're gonna
He
protect
might not get a ton until
On-
maybe after the All-Star break. He's
The
back to
odds
normal.
also are
So
probably,
they're
it's probably just a
stealing
front
a
runner.
base.
Phil, he has the second best odds to lead the league in stolen bases.
I think that's
That's
egregious.
crazy.
I
That's
would-
just bull-
I agree with Phil.
I would not take
So
that.
I-
Vegas is wrong.
I think that's crazy.
We're talking about Flyers. Is there? I
He's-
hate.
he's
Is
ahead
there
of
no
De La Cruz
conversation?
and
Like, is
Ohtani?
it just Shohei?
Second, I said.
Yeah, it's
I know,
basically.
so he's ahead of De La
Like, there's
Cruz
no
and or
conversation,
Ohtani.
right?
He's ahead
It's
of
his
Ohtani,
to
at
lose.
least
That's
for-
crazy to
I was
me.
just looking at it.
What
I was
about?
just-
Do you like Soto to
Is
win? Do you like Soto to win MVP?
No,
It's gonna be
Like,
Ohtani.
like, do
No,
you think
because of Shohei.
I just said that like kind of.
If Shohei pitches at all, he wins.
But he.
It's just how it
Is there like
works.
no conversation to a degree?
It's stupid.
No,
like-
there's always
It's just futile because of
The-
Ohtani.
there's not always-
this season hasn't started yet. I get that.
to a degree, there's no.
But like,
Like,
Yes,
is it
there's
like
none.
he's such a front runner?
There's no conversation because he does pitch. Yes.
Now, if Ohtani gets like legit hurt, wide open, obviously.
Could Soto with his numbers? Aren't his numbers at Citi Field historically really good?
what does it matter? He's
what
gonna
is
play
that?
like 3 games this season.
Yeah.
What if Ohtani
wait, what do you
has?
mean?
Let's try to keep some logic
what
to
do
the
you-
baseball
what-
talk. I know.
what-
I give you. We're talking about Shohei Ohtani City Field. Who cares?
No, I didn't. I said Soto at Citi Field.
I know, but how many games is that?
Oh, 81. Oh,
No,
he's saying.
weird.
No, I'm saying is
Oh.
Juan Soto like a good he's plus
I
500.
mean, he's a great fucking player.
Yeah,
Right.
that
I think Lindor is a better Mets option than Soto.
I don't.
Why?
I just think what he means to the team, the narrative, kind of like what voters vote on. I'm not saying he's going to have a higher WAR. I'm saying for the MVP vote, which sometimes could be a different animal.
Oh, Lindor's gonna have a higher WAR, I think, just because he's a shortstop.
You might be right.
I just
There's a
want to
guy-
go back to that. Acuna looks like a good pick.
Can I give a pick?
There's a guy clamoring for Matt Olson in the chat, by the way.
He's gonna have a bounce back year. I feel like
He was just so bad
he had
last year.
The strangest.
He had a
decline
great
I
second
can
half,
think of.
though. His first half was
So
so
do you
weak.
guys believe the Mets are third?
I don't. I think
I think we're
Best?
better than the Phillies, but like the Braves.
I think we're better than the Braves. I think the Phillies better than us.
I see. Me and Clemmer are different on that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not betting against the Braves.
I would lean Clemmer in that.
I don't think Sale's gonna have the same year again. I think
will-
that's a big ask.
I will never doubt the Atlanta Braves and their Satan magic.
All
That's
right, well,
just me.
let's keep that.
All right, I'm gonna give 2
I
picks.
don't know. Let's keep the bullshit out.
Flyer,
Jesus Christ.
Texas Rangers to win the World Series.
Dumb shit.
Well, I mean, that's
It's
just
just frustrating, man.
facts.
It's not a fact. It's
They won like 89 games last year with half their team fucking hurt.
okay. So that they weren't that good last year.
And what if they just get healthy again? Like I think they'll win more than 89 games.
I don't think they will.
All right.
I will not.
You're a
pull them
smart
out,
kid.
no.
I mean, there's
You're-
better ways to talk about a team than Satan magic.
No, it's probably the right way to say
Okay,
it.
all right.
I'm
That's
not
why
gonna
you're a
put Max
fucking-
Scherzer-
that's why you're a fucking
If they
idiot.
have Satan magic, then Acuna could win MVP.
Yeah, no shit, Phil.
True.
All right.
But you
You know
have
what?
to
I
also
didn't
the way you guys shit on
dumb
that
fuck.
pick
I
was
didn't
crazy.
calculate that.
All I'm gonna say is Acuna is.
I only should because if he does miss 40 games, Marty, that's a big ask.
Yeah, but if you're
I think it's a
saying
pretty fair thing
Lindor
to
has a
say.
better MVP odds, they have the same odds. Like you think Lindor's a good?
I think
pick.
Lindor has a better chance than Acuna to win MVP. Yes, only because of the injury. If Acuna was healthy, I would not say that.
What if he comes back at the end of April?
That still is it's tough. You miss 20, 25 games. It's just
I think end of April you can absolutely still win the MVP.
has it happened before?
I have no
End of
idea.
April?
It's a very specific fucking thing.
But has a baseball and I'm sure it has happened. I'm trying to. I'm putting back in my brain. I'm
Can
asking.
you look up the fewest games an MVP has ever played to win?
In a non-strike year. Yeah, like 125. Is that?
Not 2020.
Was that? Yeah, no strike year, no 2020. Right. You can probably shut your mic off while you look for it, Phil.
Can I give my picks instead of what we're yelling?
Yeah.
Texas
then
Rain.
we just hear him grunting around.
Yes.
All right.
Well, we're not counting pitchers, right? Because Roger Clemens.
No, Phil.
Mike Schmidt, 102 in 1981.
Okay, there's a strike year, Phil.
Jeff Bagwell. Oh,
That was a
that's
strike year,
1994. Gabby Hartnett in 1935, 116.
All right, as a catcher.
George Brett, 117 in 1980.
There you go.
Joe
That's a comp.
DiMaggio, 120 in 1939.
I'm not a baseball guy. I'm not gonna lie.
You're just going
This might be one of my
strike
best favorite episodes in a
want
while.
You want the most recent guy? Josh Hamilton, 2010 at 133.
Okay. We're just going strike you.
Clever is
Strike you.
disgusting. He's not mad at Phil. He's disgusted with him.
He expects better than him.
I do expect more from him.
So Josh Hamilton, 133.
He was so good that year.
So
though.
good.
Like we're talking about. You guys
Ronald Acuna.
You guys are talking about Acuna like he's fucking nobody.
But here's the problem. He comes back in.
Phil just hates
in May. He'll miss more than 29 games, I believe, because the season starts like March 27th. It just gets tough. The George Brett comp might be the best one, but I think he batted 390 that year, so that's a pretty big ask. But he did play 110 games, so I mean there is precedent. I just don't love. I love the player. I don't love the pick because of the injury. I think that's pretty fair.
I hate you guys because now I have to watch a lot of Braves games.
Ugh.
Just because.
Bro, we got to watch White Sox games now.
Or Marlins.
No, Marlins.
Marlins
games.
games.
We're gonna watch-
both. We have to watch both.
I'm gonna have to watch some Marlins
Oh my God, we have to
and
do
the Braves.
screen MLB TV of White Sox Marlins.
All right, we'll do a bigger National League preview.
Can I just say my two picks?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Everyone said picks.
I'm sorry.
Texas Rangers to win the World Series plus 2,500. Every single person in that lineup had a down year, and they're adding Jock Peterson to it. They have to rebound, and then
And they have DeGrom.
and DeGrom, and American League got significantly worse.
Is that to win the World Series or just get to there?
No, it's to win.
I don't like that.
2,500
Yeah.
plus 225 to win the division. Astros got worse, like that, and also my long shot prop, Devin Williams to lead the MLB in saves plus 1,200. That Yankees offense is not going
like
to
that.
blow everyone away. They're
that
going to
a
win
lot.
a lot of close games. He's elite. If he stays healthy, I like Devin Williams.
Also,
in saves.
It's a good pick. I like that one a lot.
You think every year we're gonna talk about the beard happening? Like Devin Williams' beard going.
People were really upset about the
Really-
Devin Williams one.
Really, that's what I'm saying. Every year.
Cole was way more justified, I feel
Hey
like.
guys, who cares?
What would you
We
do?
all know.
What would you do?
Shave it. I'm getting paid millions of dollars.
Yep.
Millions and millions.
I think
I'm
it's
gonna shave.
stupid, but at the same time,
It
like,
is
I'm not going to
stupid,
get
but
up in arms.
It's been
about it.
happening for how many years? Who cares? Let it go.
I have a legitimate question for you, Marty.
Yes.
Yankees sign you. They're like, you got to shave the hair.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Well, the hair, I'm good because
Would you sign with a different team?
if I'm gonna tell you this right now, if the Yankees,
Facial hair or hair?
if the Yankees,
Hair.
no
But
hair
that's not
doesn't.
a thing.
Hair's
That's not
not the
a
rule.
Oh, I thought you had to get
Hair
like,
has to be-
I thought
You
it's
think
you-
every
below-
Yankee's a skinhead?
Below
No,
the,
not buzz cuts, not
You
buzz
can't
cuts.
have it
you can
touch-
have this. You
Okay,
can't have
you can.
shoulders.
You can't
But
touch your
beard,
shoulders.
if I'll tell you this right now, if the Yankees let me even go to their spring training and play with their team, I'd shave my beard. That's how much I would be the same. It's just what they do.
It is.
And for the record, last time you shaved your beard was...
I don't know.
a good
Over
question.
10 years ago.
Right,
Counterterrorism? Did you have to-
Yes. So yeah, around then.
I also came with 2 win totals.
Okay.
I came prepared.
I love it.
Going back to the well. Rockies over 58.5 wins.
Yeah.
Love the Rockies.
That National League's so tough,
Yeah, but we said this last year.
and they didn't cover.
Yes, they did.
Did they?
Yeah, they hit it easily.
They lost 100 games last year.
Yeah, I think they won 63 or 62.
It's impossible to win 63.
62 is possible.
They won 61 and
All
101.
right, dude,
Bam.
That's the over.
And it was over 59.5.
All right.
He was.
I won.
Yeah, and he tried to get you with the 63. You misspoke.
Yeah.
You did the math quick.
All I know is that the money was green.
So the
money
line was 59.5 last year?
Yeah.
All right. Good for you.
Dubs, you see his tone when he talks baseball?
The dude.
I get mad.
It's crazy.
I get mad because
You're so bad at growing the game.
Yes,
I'm just trying to find money in the
He's
money in
the
crowd.
voters and
Yeah.
stuff. He's
Yeah.
the guys that
I get
he
very
wants
upset.
no
Yeah.
new fans
Yeah.
watching if they
I
say
get-
something stupid.
I get most mad at Phil because it's hard.
Of course you do. Of course
It's hard to.
You could
'cause
just end it there.
This show is very anti-baseball.
No, it's not.
No. Hear me out. Ev does not really like baseball anymore.
He loves the Yankees.
He loves the Yankees. Doesn't like baseball. He loves the Yankees. Doesn't watch anything against.
No, he just loves football way more.
way
than
more.
baseball.
And then Rico.
Why is that a bad thing? Let him like the Yankees.
It's fun. No, it's fun. But if you try to talk about, if you're on this show and try to talk about baseball besides the Yankees, you get stonewalled.
That is
So I'm always
not
fighting.
true.
It
It's
is true.
less during
It is true.
during football. It's true.
I'm fighting an uphill battle.
it's true during
and I should
football.
have.
During football, it's true. During
Yeah.
baseball,
It's also
it's not
true. It's true. A lot more than you guys say. It's also.
No, it's
it is.
not.
You guys, the amount of time we talk about college basketball, which 4 people watch until March, is insane. So I'm fighting a baseball, and then I got Meek Phil, who
It's one of the more popular gambling sports.
One of
should be
one
my
of them.
advocate, and then he's out there saying stupid shit and acting like a clown.
Well, I actually have a baseball bet that I love, and I feel like
It has nothing to do with the conversation.
Also,
Not at
rip me
all.
if I say
Also,
it,
one
then.
last thing.
How
I'm
did that
taking,
flow
I'm taking
with what we were
Diamondbacks
talking
over
about?
86.5 wins.
I like
I
that.
love
Sorry, what was it?
Diamondbacks.
Or Diamondbacks over 86 and a half
I love
wins.
that.
And your team, the team that you mentioned, the Rangers, you sold me on them. I did not know that they had that bad of a down year. So I'm also
Seemingly
gonna,
everyone in their lineup, for whatever reason, just sucked.
so
it
I'm going
won't
to
happen
take I'm
again.
going to take their win total as well.
There you go.
I love their Diamondbacks pick. I took it myself earlier.
I like
Me
the
too.
Diamondbacks
I think
a
they're
lot
gonna be
this
really
year.
good this year.
I have a Rockies prop that I love. Michael Toglia, 30-plus homers, plus 195. He had 25 homers in 116 games last
Yep.
year. He gets a full season at Coors Field. He might hit 40.
Yeah, Phil. I went to a game last year. He had 3 in one game.
Yeah, versus the Mets, I remember.
His power is legit. Keep an eye on Toglia. I like that play a lot. As long as he stays healthy and as long as he can hit for high enough average to keep in the lineup, I think that's a really
He
smart
may
play.
have
Phil.
like 80 hits all year, but if 30 of them leave the ballpark, I mean,
I like that a lot. Any plays for tonight, guys?
Oh.
You have anything? I'm on the Rockets tonight. Rockets are playing the Warriors. Warriors back to back, where they had to travel. Rockets are back to back too, but they've been home. And the Warriors, I just don't think are that good. It's -6. Rockets.
You hate the Warriors.
I hate the Warriors.
Hate them.
I hate them. I think it's a terribly run organization. They should have cut bait instead of trading draft picks.
Terribly run order. They've won so many times.
Yeah, I don't
Yep.
know how that.
Right now, they are terribly run.
mean-
in that they should be cutting bait instead of trading draft picks, trading assets for a team
Well,
that
you
has
do
no
know
chance.
you can't say it's a horribly run organization.
Right now, excuse me.
Okay.
Not historically.
White
Right
Sox
at this very
are a
moment.
horribly run
That's true.
organization.
Maybe I'll walk it back. Right now, they are doing the fans a disservice.
You think the organization is driving the team into the bottom of the ocean?
Correct.
right now?
And I think in 5
that's a
years,
little different of a
5 years from now, but I think the team has to be the grown up in the room to make these moves that the fans don't want. That no one, someone has to be the steward of the ship.
Okay.
And they're not doing it. And in 5 years from now, it's not going to be a joke if someone says they're terribly run because they're going to be horrible.
Okay.
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 Okay. You disagree with me?
No, I do disagree.
You disagree with me?
I do think that they had a very bad offseason saying that Kuminga and Pods were untouchable.
Yes, I think
Let me
that
tell
they
you
made some
about
bad
Pods.
decisions, but
Buddy, we got to learn how to make shots. He takes so many, and they have a beautiful arc, and they have no chance of going in. I don't know what that
I
guy's
cannot
doing.
believe his sophomore slump.
He doesn't make any shots.
Yeah, it's
we
crazy.
should call that guy. We should
Crazy.
call that guy back.
Oh, the guy should call back. It's funny how the guys can call
Pods
back in.
guy.
It's insane.
He
The
called us.
guy comparing.
Jalen.
Peyton Pritchard would be the number 2 option, by the way, on the Warriors.
Oh, Butler.
Number 3 option.
Butler.
Butler.
Jimmy
Two.
Oh
Three.
God.
2.
No.
Come on.
No.
Two.
Kevin. Kevin.
2.
Be
2.
Kevin.
2. No, I'm
Come
not making-
on.
We're talking about the 6th man of the year. You give him starter minutes
I
in that
love
offense.
Peyton Pritchard, but that's not-
Next, if you put him next to Steph Curry in that offense, people would be talking about
I'm
him.
not going to deny that he'd be very good for
He'd be-
There's
Very
only,
good
and by the
player,
way,
but-
by the way, that's the only team I think that Peyton Pritchard would go to, and he would be the.
We could say he could be third.
No.
Jimmy
I-
Butler
I-
is
Butler.
first.
I mean,
I kind
player.
of don't like. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like that trade at all.
I
don't-
hate it.
Yeah,
I
I don't
hate
think.
the
I don't
trade.
think that
He
Butler's
didn't give
gonna
up
be.
anything.
Give a first.
No, I just don't
You
think.
say that now.
I don't
What
think
do you think
Butler
they're gonna be in
fits
5
in.
years?
He doesn't fit in at all.
Yeah, he does.
I think he
gets
fits
him to
in.
the line.
I think he fits.
Well, they don't get to the line. He actually he gets fouled and goes to the line. It's a big ad, and it takes pressure
Jimmy
off.
Butler's a big ad. No matter. I don't think it's not going to make
better
them,
with him.
It's not going to be a championship ad, but like it's definitely in the right direction.
It's
So,
the wrong direction,
He's
Marty.
an upgrade from Wiggins, but like I still think that they're missing someone
fucked
from the
no
outside.
matter what.
Yeah.
But what he does is just allow Curry to save face. They can compete in these games. They'll make
Ooh.
the playoffs. They're in a bad spot.
Also,
now.
you
Might
have
not
to
make the
remember
playoffs. Steph Curry.
they're going to make the playoffs, and it's also a business at the end of the day, and they're still getting a lot selling out every game. That's a big
Okay.
part of it. What do you mean? Okay, that's a big part of it.
What's going to happen 3-4 years from now when they have nothing left and they don't have assets?
Restart.
They have to restart.
And they're gonna be
But
you
also,
can start that process now instead of just punting these seasons where you're, maybe we'll win the play-in game. What a waste of everyone's time.
you're not punting.
I like watching Steph
like
Curry
with
in the
Steph. Like Steph Curry is
You wouldn't like watching him on another team, a good team, because only a good team would
I
trade
don't
for
think
him.
he wants to leave.
Yeah, I think he just.
All right, well, then let's acquiesce to the player then. Let's run the organization
I
to the
mean,
ground.
that's what the NBA is.
Honestly,
a player-run franchise.
Let's do that. And then 5 years from now, these fans are gonna be like, "Oh, why do we suck?" Well, because you had years where you
We'll
went
be like,
42 and 40, and
And we'll
you gave it up for that.
or we'll be like,
Still
the
think he's a top
gave,
3 player in the West.
Gave the fans also 5 championships, 4 championships.
Okay.
What
Top
do you mean?
3
You
player
can't
in the
say
West.
you're filling me. You're filling me.
I'm not.
You did okay when I said you won.
You're not
4
gonna get any more
championships.
moving forward, though. That's the past. Past is gone.
But it was still pretty recent. Their last championship.
They're not going to win again with Curry. You keep telling me they're going to be fine. They keep doing the same thing. At some point, you got to be like, all right, this isn't going to work.
If they added another piece next year, if it's them two, I think that they can definitely contend.
You got to get Draymond out of there for
Yeah.
that money.
Now it's Draymond. They got last year.
Well, I mean,
You
he's
got Clay
definitely-
out of there. You could have traded these guys 2 years ago and maybe got something for him, but it's fine.
I don't think they were ever getting anything for Clay.
No.
He's
Yeah, I don't think
washed.
they were.
It also is just weird just to like win a championship and be like, all right, now we're gonna trade them. Like,
Yeah. That's true.
Confetti falls down.
And then-
Clay, get the fuck out.
And then
Marlins
if you
did that.
trade them in
All right, Marlins
2023,
did it.
then we're going to be talking about what we talked about yesterday. We're like,
To be fair, that
the,
was
the
not the
Bulls just kind
correct
of ended.
move.
Yeah.
It
Didn't
was.
benefit from that move.
Well, they did. They won a World Series 6 years later, so they did.
But like,
they did
but in
benefit.
the, 6 years is a long time.
But they still won another title.
That's still 6
Hard to do.
years.
Hard to do.
It's hard to sell your fan base. You win a World Series.
agree.
You trade everyone.
I agree.
It's a really tough.
I
look.
agree.
You lose fans.
I'm
that
not
way.
saying you win the first title, but I'm saying when this guy is 35 plus, the future's not bright. Like you got to make moves, especially if he's still a good player. You're very blessed. You should make that move now. What other picks do you have? Anybody else?
Oh.
I just have
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Really?
As well, yeah.
Why? Did somebody text you guys? You guys both on it? Like, did you guys get a tip?
No, I just see the -1.5 ranked at home.
All right,
I think that people like that Maryland team, and I do too. They
I
have
love that Maryland team.
and gave an incrable player on that team. I can't think of his name. Off the top of my
Jacoby
head.
Gillespie.
No. Is that his name?
I mean, there's a couple. I mean,
The
there's
fuck did I
Reese.
just watch?
There's
It's a bad moment. The fuck is their best player? He's awesome. Big guy. Anyways,
Derek Queen.
Queen.
Yeah.
He is fantastic. Oh my god. But
Oh God, Phil, did you do the? You
we
did
did
the
not.
Orioles tweet.
You love when
You
I put-
know, you knew.
What do you do? What do
you
you do?
knew. We talked so much. That's fine. I said it. And I also stand by it. But he just knows the Orioles fans get some. He knows that gets interactions when
and you
I
love
do Orioles.
riling them up.
I do. I fucking.
Like you bodied them last year.
I mean, the Orioles. I've dummied them for the past 2 years. Dummied them.
Yeah.
And
did
they.
you tweet about the Orioles?
He took the clip of like Bregman going to the Red Sox is the worst for the Orioles, which
I mean,
is true.
It's
It's true.
They've had a terrible offseason.
100%. But it's just
I think going to the Red Sox is worse. I agree 100% with this.
No, I'm right. No, it's just Phil just knows that the Orioles fans hate me because I
Yeah.
shit on them and because they're delusional and they're really bad.
and when you're right, you could dance
They're
on
not
them.
really
The
bad.
fans are bad.
Oh, the fans are bad. Yeah.
The Orioles just like you.
I don't have a problem with the Orioles fans personally.
Well, you have to realize. I don't know if anyone knows this as Oriole fans. If I had to explain it, but like if you get to the playoffs, you have to win at least one game to get to the next round. At least one.
So
They haven't done that
Or
yet.
take a lead.
Or a lead. You have to have more runs than the other
can't
team.
win without having a lead.
I just want to let them know that in case they have to figure it out themselves. They're like, you can win 150 games and lose 12. You still got to win some in the playoffs. So it really doesn't matter. It's good though. They're getting better of like
no,
understanding.
they do
that.
the water fountains. That's cool.
I don't even know what that is.
Splash zone. They just
Yeah,
spray all the fans with water when
That's
they
a big
when
thing.
they
Oh, so it's a
run.
water park there. Nice. That'll get them good.
Stony Brook plus 2.5.
Okay.
Love Stoney.
Love Stony Brook. Shout out Long Island.
Shout out Long Island.
Taking Maryland plus 1.5 against Nebraska. And in the NBA, I think I'm going to get the right number on the Timberwolves, but they're playing. playing again? Timberwolves against the Thunder, 7.5. I think this is just like an Ant game, so maybe even his point total I'll look at later. But I like the Timberwolves tonight at home.
Ant might be distracted.
OKC just played last night too,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll see. I like the Timberwolves.
Phil?
And one last tennis thing. Mariano Navone plus 145 in Buenos Aires. If you just want a random.
What time is that?
Big time bet. It's
Like
gonna be in like an hour. It looks like.
I've been ice cold, so I think I'm just gonna take a responsible night off.
Okay, Phil.
I'm sorry. It's gonna be way late. It's gonna be 4:30.
If everyone watching this hates baseball, good news. We'll be back tomorrow. We will not be talking baseball.
Yes, we are.
Are we?
We can.
We can.
It might not be maybe news.
Might be. Well, I'm not hosting tomorrow.
Oh.
Marty's back. I asked the host because I wanted to do the baseball
Yeah,
show.
the
'Cause I didn't know where I'd be back so
NBA
soon.
celebrity game to like preview.
Is the All-Star game this weekend?
Yeah.
It's always Valentine's Day weekend.
Dunk contest.
Oh, USA plays in hockey tonight, right?
Yeah, 4
Yeah,
nations.
something like that.
Does the NHL take off for
2
like
weeks.
2 weeks?
For this 4-country thing?
Crazy.
Must be
Did
awesome
any of them
to
play?
not be part of it, and you
Is
can
that-
just go on
No
vacation.
2 weeks
NHL
off and you get to go wherever you
No
want.
NHL players playing it?
think so.
It must be. That's why it's most.
No, I think they playing it.
Sidney Crosby scored a
But
sick
not
goal
all
last
of them
night.
do.
Yeah, no, but a good amount.
He's saying, imagine being the guy that didn't get asked.
Oh,
to
Yeah,
God,
it's not
no.
go where you want.
All-Stars. You could just go on vacation.
Really fast because we got to end the show. Or we don't have to. I have to go. When you board a plane,
Oh yeah.
okay? You board a plane. You're Meek.
Disgusted.
He's boarded 2 planes in his life.
You know, he's a world
North
traveler.
Dakota,
No, I know
South
where you're
Dakota.
going with this. That's all.
Is
I'm
this
on your
about
side.
Phil?
He went to New Orleans too.
Oh.
But I'm just asking. So if you're like it's Delta, you're say group 4,
Okay.
group
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
What group do you?
Whatever
Word on.
I'm listed to go on, I go.
I'm asking Hubs because I knew that answer was happening.
Me too, by the way.
Why? What's the need to get on earlier?
I'll tell you after Hubs answers.
At the most, I will board. If I have 4, I'll line up at 3.
Yeah.
At the most.
That's
But most of the time, I'll basically just do 4.
So I they don't check the number.
Yes, they do.
Yo,
I
Frank-
think I was with you one
Bro,
time.
I've seen people check.
No,
I think it was
I've
a-
never gotten
I
taken.
think-
I've never
seen
gotten
people
taken
checked.
back.
I've seen people bounce.
Frankie Borelli has a famous moment where like the airline was like, do you know how to count?
Which one did he go? Because if you
I don't know the
if
airline.
you're 4 and you go 1, you're an asshole.
No.
What's the need? Why are you
I
going
was
early?
8
Tell
and I went
you
4
why.
and I got called out.
The, knee would be-
overhead
yeah,
space.
The knee is
That's I hate that thing.
What do you-
I hate not for you. I hate it for the airline.
Because sometimes I think I was group 5. My bag had to be all the way in the back, so I had to wait for the whole plane to deplane to me to
Terrible.
get my bag. Where it's like if everyone was smart and did it, it's only up on their thing, but it doesn't happen. That's why I like. Everyone's like, oh, you want to sit on the plane longer? What, sitting on the plane longer for what? 10 more minutes? Doesn't matter. I want my overhead space to be mine.
That's fair.
I have a take. I have no problem when they take my bag. Actually, I prefer when
No,
they take
not
it.
No,
taking
you
your
don't.
bag.
Yeah, I do personally. Like when they,
No,
especially
that's fine. But I'm saying when there's still spots open, they don't take you, and you have to go
They
in
gotta
all the way in the
balance
back.
plane out.
yeah, I like I purposely will wait it out because I'm just like take my bag. I don't like the overhead space.
But then you got to go to the baggage carousel and get it and wait for it. And everything.
No. When they do
Sometimes
that,
they do it like
They do it.
They leave
sometimes
it at
they,
the,
sometimes the red
but
check,
sometimes it takes
which is
long.
fine. I don't care about
That's
that.
really not
and
an
even
issue.
I actually
Yeah.
prefer when they check it. I'm like take it.
And when
you
they
have
check-
nowhere,
I
you
don't
never
like-
have anywhere to be.
Like there's nothing that important in life where like I can't wait 2 minutes for the bag to come.
Well, it's not 2 minutes. When it comes out
when
on the
you're
thing,
when you're sitting where I sit, I'm not first class.
I'm not first class.
I'm
either.
38F.
I'm 28F.
Yeah,
I go
and-
10 rows
and
ahead of you.
By the time that I get out of the plane and I go to baggage check, it's there already. So
this problem solved. You go first class. You're in zone 1.
Yeah.
Just saying. I mean, it's an
Work,
easy way to
let me
solve the
tell you,
problem.
Work,
I guess you're
work
right.
doesn't put me there.
Oh no, somebody's got to get the upgrade.
Other ways, I'll
Get
go
those
there.
MQDs though.
Huh?
Get those MQDs.
Also,
yeah,
Marty,
I'm
I've
going
gotten
back
called
to
out
Scottsdale.
with you. I think you were in group 4 one time, and I was like group 7, and it was someone with work, and they're like, just come with me. Like nobody ever checks, and I was like, all right, and I went, and they were like, you're group 7, right? This is group 4, and I was like, oh sorry.
Yeah, well, that's the worst thing that
And
happened.
then I was like, from then on, never doing it again.
Yeah, I've never gotten caught. Now that I've talked about it, I'm going to get caught. But
I flew coach back from New Orleans, but I had my own row. That's just as good as first class.
better than first class.
It's right. It's great. So I'm like, oh, that's great. You have your own row. It's the best. That's Marty's to go. That's Pick Central. Back tomorrow. Won't talk baseball. I promise. We'll talk other things.